My name is James. I am 50 years old. I was married to Walker for 20 years. We had a good life. We had a house. We had a car. We had a daughter. Her name is Lucy. She is 22 years old. I loved Walker very much. I thought Walker loved me too. We were happy. We talked every day. We ate dinner together. We watched television together. We went to bed together. This was our life for 20 years. One day, Walker came home from work. He looked sad. He did not smile. He did not say hello. He sat down at the kitchen table. I made dinner for him. I put the food on his plate. He did not eat. He just looked at his plate. I asked him what was wrong. He did not answer me. I asked him again. He looked at me. His eyes were different. They were cold. I felt scared. Something was very wrong. Walker said he needed to talk to me. These words made my heart beat fast. I sat down next to him. My hands were shaking. I waited for him to speak. He told me he was leaving me. The words hit me like a rock. I could not speak. I could not move. I just looked at him leaving me. Why? After 20 years, I did not understand. I asked him why. My voice was very small. He did not look at me. He looked at the floor. He said he met someone else, another woman. My heart broke into pieces. I felt sick. I asked him who she was. I did not want to know, but I had to ask. He said her name was Jessica. She worked at his office. They worked together every day. They started talking. Then they started having lunch together. Then more. I asked him how old she was. I was scared to know. He did not want to tell me. I asked him again. He said she was 22 years old. She was younger than our daughter. She was a baby when I married Walker. I started to cry. The tears came fast. I could not stop them. I am 22 years old. She was so young, so beautiful. I looked at myself. I was old. I had gray hair. I had lines on my face. My body was not young anymore. Walker stood up. He said he packed his clothes. He had a bag ready. He was going to live with Jessica. He was leaving tonight. He walked to the door. I followed him. I begged him not to go. I told him I loved him. He did not listen. He opened the door and left. I stood in the doorway and watched him drive away. The house was quiet. So quiet. I was alone. For the first time in 18 years, I was alone. I went back to the kitchen. The dinner was still on the table. I threw it all away. I was not hungry. That night I could not sleep. I lay in our big bed. Felt so empty. His pillow still smelled like him. I cried all night. I cried until morning came. The next day I had to tell Lucy she was at school. I called her. I told her to come home. She knew something was wrong. She could hear the pain in my voice. She came home quickly. Lucy ran into the house. She hugged me tight. She asked me what happened. I told her about her father. I told her about Jessica. I told her Jessica was only 22 years old. Lucy was angry. She was very angry. She said terrible things about her father. She said he was a bad man. Lucy stayed with me that night. We held each other and cried. We were both broken. We were both hurt, but we had each other. The next weeks were very hard. I could not eat. I could not sleep. I lost weight. My friends came to see me. They brought me food. They tried to make me feel better. They said Walker was stupid. They said I was beautiful. They said I would find someone better, but their words did not help. The pain was too deep. I had to see Walker. We needed to talk about money. We needed to talk about the house. We needed to talk about Lucy. We met at a coffee shop. I was nervous. My hands were shaking. Walker looked different. He had new clothes. His hair looked different. He looked younger. He looked happy. It hurt me to see him happy. While I was crying every day, he was happy with his young girlfriend. We talked about boring things: money, papers, the house. He wanted to sell our house. I said no. This was my home. This was where Lucy grew up. He said the house was too big for me. He said I should find a small apartment. He was cold. He talked to me like a stranger. I went home and cried again. But this time I was angry too. I was angry at Walker. I was angry at Jessica. I was angry at myself. Why did this happen to me? What did I do wrong? I started to think about our marriage. Were there signs? Did Walker change before he left? I remembered some things. He worked late many times. He got new clothes. He looked at his phone all the time. He smiled at his phone. Now I know why he was texting Jessica. One day I went to the store. I needed to buy food. I was walking down the bread aisle. Then I saw them, Walker and Jessica. They were together. They were laughing. She was holding his hand. She was very pretty. Long blonde hair, perfect white teeth, young smooth skin. She looked like a movie star. I hid behind some boxes. I watched them. Walker looked so happy. He smiled at her the way he used to smile at me. She laughed at everything he said. They looked like teenagers in love. I felt old. I felt ugly. I felt stupid. They walked past me. Jessica saw me. She knew who I was. She did not look sorry. She looked proud. She won. She got my husband. I was the loser. I left the store without buying anything. I drove home. My hands were shaking. That night I decided something. I could not live like this anymore. I was tired of crying. I was tired of feeling sorry for myself. I needed to be strong. I needed to fight for my life. The next day I called a lawyer, a woman lawyer. She was very kind. I told her my story. She said we would fight for what was fair. She said, 20 years of marriage meant something. She said, I gave Walker my best years. I raised his child. I took care of his home. I deserved half of everything. The divorce took 1 year. It was hard. Walker and I fought about everything. He said I was greedy. He said I was trying to ruin his new life. But I did not give up. My lawyer was strong. She helped me get what was fair. During this time, Lucy was my angel. She called me every day. She came home every weekend. She made me eat food. She made me go outside. She made me laugh. She saved my life. One day Lucy had an idea. She said we should paint my bedroom. She said it still looked like Walker's room. She was right. I bought new paint. Yellow paint. Happy yellow. Lucy and I painted the whole room. We bought new curtains. We bought a new bedspread. When we finished the room, it looked completely different. It was my room now. That night, I slept well for the first time in months. It was a small step, but it was a step forward. I started to do new things. I joined a book club. I always loved books but never had time to read. Now I had time. The women in the book club were nice. They did not know my sad story. They just knew me as James who loves books. I started taking exercise classes. At first I felt old and clumsy. All the other women were young and fit, but I kept going. The teacher was kind. She said exercise was not about being perfect. It was about feeling strong. Her words helped me. An old friend from school found me on Facebook. Her name was Amanda. She lived in another city by the ocean. She invited me to visit her. I was scared. I had not traveled alone for 18 years. Walker always planned our trips, but I decided to try. I bought a plane ticket. I packed my bag at the airport. I felt like a lost child, but I got on the plane. I flew to Amanda's city all by myself. Amanda was waiting for me. We hugged for a long time. Amanda's city was beautiful. The air smelled like salt and fish. The sun was bright. We walked on the beach every day. We ate at small restaurants. We talked about our lives. Amanda also got divorced. She understood my pain. Amanda told me her story. After her divorce, she was very sad. She thought her life was over. But she was wrong. She started a small business. She made jewelry. She was happy now. I'm really happy. Her story gave me hope. On my last day, we sat on the beach. We watched the sun set. The sky was pink, orange, and purple. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. Amanda said something I will never forget. She said, "When bad things happen, it feels like the end, but it is not the end. It is a new beginning." I cried when she said this, but they were good tears. Happy tears. For the first time, I believed I could be happy again. I believed I could have a new life. When I came home, I felt different. I was not just the woman whose husband left her. I was James. I was a mother. I was a friend. I was a reader. I was a traveler. I was strong. The divorce was final. We sold the house. It was sad to leave, but it was also good. I bought a small apartment. It was perfect for me. I decorated it exactly how I wanted. Every room was mine. I still had bad days. Days when I felt lonely. Days when I missed my old life. But the good days were more than the bad days. I was healing. 2 years have passed now. My life is very different. It is quieter. It is simpler. But it is mine. I learned that I am stronger than I thought. I learned that I can be happy alone. I learned that my worth does not come from a man. Comes from me. Sometimes I hear news about Walker and Jessica. They are still together. I hope they are happy. I really do. Walker leaving me was the worst pain of my life. But it also gave me something. Gave me back. My story is sad. It is about heartbreak and loss. But it is also about hope and strength. It is about finding yourself when you feel lost. If you are going through a hard time, please know this. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to cry. But do not stay there forever. Take one small step, then take another step. You are stronger than you think. Your life is not over. It is just beginning again. My name is James and this is my story. It is sad, but it is not the end. It is the start of something new and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I wake up every morning in my small apartment. The sun comes through my white curtains. The light is soft and warm. I make coffee in my small kitchen. I drink it slowly. I listen to the birds outside my window. These small moments make me happy now. Lucy calls me every Tuesday. She is in college now. She studies art. She wants to be a teacher. I am so proud of her. She tells me about her classes. She tells me about her friends. She tells me about a boy she likes. His name is Grayson. He sounds very nice. Lucy says she worries about me. She asks if I am lonely. I tell her I am not lonely. I am alone, but I am not lonely. There is a big difference. Alone means you are by yourself. Lonely means you are sad about being by yourself. I am not sad anymore. Last month I did something new. I started taking cooking classes. The teacher is an old Italian man. His name is Marco. He has gray hair and kind eyes. He teaches us to make pasta. He teaches us to make soup. He teaches us to make bread. The kitchen smells wonderful. Garlic and herbs and fresh bread. There are 10 people in my cooking class. Most are women. There is one man. His name is Robert. He is about my age. He has brown hair with some gray. He wears glasses. He always asks good questions about the recipes. One day, Robert talked to me after class. He said my soup was very good. I thanked him. He asked if I wanted to have coffee sometime. I said yes. We went to a small cafe near the cooking school. We talked for 2 hours. He is divorced too. He has 2 sons. They are grown up now. Robert is different from Walker. He listens when I talk. He asks about my feelings. He tells me I am smart. He says I have beautiful eyes. These words make me feel warm inside. I had forgotten what it feels like when someone sees you, really sees you. We had coffee 3 more times. Then Robert asked me to dinner. A real dinner at a restaurant. I said yes, but I was nervous. I had not been on a date for 20 years. What do you wear? What do you talk about? What if he thinks I am boring? I called Lucy. I told her about Robert. She was so happy. She said I deserved to have someone special. She helped me choose a dress, a blue dress, with small flowers. She said it made my eyes look bright. The dinner was nice, very nice. Robert brought me flowers, yellow roses. We ate fish and rice. We drank wine. We talked about books. We talked about travel. We talked about our children. The time went by fast. Too fast. Robert walked me to my car. He said he had a wonderful time. He asked if he could see me again. I said yes. He kissed my cheek. It was a soft kiss, gentle. My heart felt light as I drove home. We started seeing each other every week. Sometimes we cooked together at my apartment. Sometimes we went to the movies. Sometimes we just walked in the park. Robert made me laugh. I had not laughed like that in a long time. One evening we were cooking dinner together. Robert was cutting vegetables. I was stirring the soup. The kitchen was warm and bright. Music was playing softly. Robert looked at me and smiled. He said I looked happy. I said I was happy. I'm really happy. That night, Robert told me he was falling in love with me. The word scared me. Good. Scared. Happy. Scared. I told him I was scared to love again. He said he understood. He said we could go slow. He said he would wait for me. I thought about Walker that night. For the first time in months, I realized something. I was not angry anymore. The anger was gone. Walker gave me pain, but he also gave me freedom. Freedom to find myself, freedom to find real love. Spring came to my city. The trees grew green leaves. Flowers bloomed in the gardens. Everything looked new and fresh. I felt new too, like I was blooming again. Lucy came home for her spring vacation. She met Robert. I was nervous. What? What if she did not like him? But Lucy and Robert talked and laughed together. After he left, Lucy hugged me tight. She said Robert was perfect for me. She said I looked younger. She said I glowed. One Saturday, Robert and I drove to the mountains. We hiked on a small trail. The air was clean and cool. We could see the whole valley below us. Robert held my hand as we walked. His hand was warm and strong. I felt safe. We sat on a big rock and ate sandwiches. Robert said he loved being with me. He said I made him feel alive again. I told him he saved me. He said no. I saved myself. He just helped me. Remember who I was that day on the mountain? I knew something. I loved Robert. I loved his kind heart. I loved his gentle hands. I loved how he made me laugh. I was not scared anymore. Love was not something to fear. Love was something to celebrate. When we got back to the city, I invited Robert to stay for dinner. After we ate, we sat on my small balcony. The stars were bright above us. Robert took my hand. He said he had something to ask me. My heart started beating fast. Robert said he loved me. He said he wanted to spend his life with me. He asked if I would marry him. I looked at his face in the starlight. His eyes were full of hope, full of love. I said yes, yes with all my heart. We planned a small wedding, just family and close friends. Lucy was so happy she cried. She helped me choose my dress. White with lace sleeves, simple and elegant. I felt beautiful. Amanda came from her city by the ocean. She was my maid of honor. She said she was so proud of me. She said I found my happy ending. I said no. This was not an ending. This was a beginning. The wedding was perfect. We had it in a small garden, rose bushes and green grass everywhere. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. Robert looked handsome in his dark suit. When he saw me walking down the aisle, he started to cry. Happy tears. We said our vows under an old oak tree. I promised to love Robert. I promised to be his partner. I promised to be honest and kind. He promised the same to me. When we kissed, everyone clapped. Lucy threw flower petals in the air. That night, Robert and I danced in the garden. Just the two of us. The stars watched over us. I thought about my journey. From pain to healing, from broken to whole, from lost to found. Life is strange and wonderful. Now I wake up next to Robert. Every morning he makes me coffee. I make him breakfast. We read the newspaper together. We plan our day together. This is love. Quiet love. Steady love. Real love. Sometimes I think about my old life with Walker. Feels like a dream now. A dream from long ago. I am not the same person I was then. Phoebe was younger. That Phoebe did not know her own strength. That Phoebe needed someone else to feel complete. This Phoebe is different. This Phoebe knows who she island. This Phoebe chose love instead of fear. This Phoebe built a new life from the pieces of the old one. If I met that young woman Jessica today, I would not be angry. I would like to thank her. She did not steal my husband. She set me free. She gave me the chance to find real happiness. She gave me the chance to find myself. My daughter Lucy is getting married next year. To Grayson from college. I am helping her plan the wedding. She asks me for advice about love and marriage. I tell her to never lose herself in another person. I tell her to be whole first, then love will be a gift, not a need. Robert and I are planning a trip to Europe. We want to see Italy and France. We want to eat good food and see beautiful art. We want to walk hand in hand through old cities. We have all the time in the world. My story started with an ending. My marriage ended. My old life ended. But endings are just beginnings in disguise. When one door closes, another door opens. You just have to be brave enough to walk through it. I am Phoebe. I am a survivor. I am a lover. I am a mother. I am a wife again. I am whole. My story continues every day. And every day is a gift. Please like, share, and comment. English Story Hub.